Hi, my name is Donnell Buggs. I'm the director of Kappa Upsilon Sigma chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. And today we are spotlighting Brian Fleming. He is the founder of Spring Hill Financial Solutions, and he's going to talk to us about business loan brokerage as well as credit repair. Right now we're here at the Brother with the Camera studio live, and we're going to learn a lot about Brian and the services that he provides. So Brian, thank you for coming and welcome.
Donnell, thank you for having me. It's an honor. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Brian, we're just going to jump right into it. So just tell us a little bit about your background and how did you get into the financial service business?
Sure. Great question. Well, my background is actually in engineering. I have 2 degrees, one in electrical, one in computer engineering from Syracuse University. And it is beautiful wallpaper. I don't use it right now. So right now I own a business funding agency, Spring Hill Financial Solutions, and we assist our clients with getting funding for their business. And I also own a credit repair agency as well, Spring Hill Credit. And both of the companies, they provide the synergies between both of them because you got to have great credit to be able to get access to all this capital that is out here.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, so you start off as an engineer.
Yes.
Okay. So how did you move from engineering to specializing into business loans and other financial related entities?
Yeah. So what happened was I was actually a real estate investor in North Jersey with a business partner of mine in East Orange and Newark. And we were flipping properties back in 07, 08. We were making some pretty good money. And then, of course, the market tanked, right? So what we were doing was we were finding individuals that probably didn't have great credit, and we will farm them out to other credit repair agencies to get their credit fixed. So by the time that we rehab the property, we can actually put them in the homes and collect our money and then do it all over again. The reason why I got into this space is number one, the market tanked. My credit was shot personally. And then on number 2, because my business partner at the time, we saw that the credit repair agencies were not good. The customer service was not good. We said, well, why don't we check this out? See exactly what this entails. So we did a lot of free education. YouTube was a little bit young with credit repair, information on there, a lot of books. You know what I'm saying? We started getting connected with other individuals in the space. And we said, you know what? Why don't we start this company and see exactly how we can help these people out and be a difference than what is out here right now with the other companies.
Excellent. And how long have you been in the business?
I've been in credit repair for 14 years, and I've been in business lending for 12.
Wow. Okay. So a very significant amount of time, which brings me to my next question. According to money.com, the average credit score in New Jersey is 724. 54% of Black consumers reported having a poor to fair credit score of 620 points or less. Now, according to Bankrate, the median credit score for whites is 727, for Latinx 667, and for Indigenous Americans 612. Now, based on your experience, what do you think are some of the contributing factors as to why these numbers are so low among people from marginalized communities?
Great question. And the majority of the clients that I have look like you and me. So I can definitely identify with those statistics. The reason, number one, is because the lack of education. Lack of education of understanding the skill sets that you need to understand credit. Credit is a game. It's no different than basketball, football, lacrosse, baseball. You have to know the rules. You have to have the skill sets. And we don't have that in mass. We have it a little bit here or there. But in mass, we don't. We don't even know how to read a credit report. So a lot of my time is spent showing clients, hey, this is how you read your credit report. This is what's going on with your credit. These are the factors that are determining your score. And these are the things that you can kind of do that are creative that can be able to get your scores up.
Wonderful, wonderful. So in terms of educating, what other strategies would you say you use or approaches that you use to address these disparities in access to capital that Black and brown people often face?
Well, I would say the strategies would be something that you and I are going to be doing pretty soon, which is a seminar, right? So a lot of of the educating comes from me communicating with people about their credit through seminars. But I don't want my seminars to be the same old. What's your credit score? What's your FICO score? The boring conversation. I am going to tell you how to play the game. Remember, credit is a game. So play the credit game the right way. You're going to get access to the money that you need, whether it's auto, whether it's student loans, whether it's a business loan, or whether even it's a home.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you shared that, because a lot of times people don't realize how much of a role our credit plays in different aspects of our lives. You talked about auto loans, but it's also just applying for a small business loan. You know, employers determine whether or not they want to hire you based on your credit scores. Some insurance companies might hit you with certain types of rates because of their credit, you know, a person's credit report. So how important is credit, you know, to an individual?
Here in the United States, it's extremely important, because you get, the main thing about credit is you're trying to get access to other people's money, and you're trying to get the cheapest other people's money. So if you have great credit profile, you're going to gain access to that, to the funding, if you also have an income that can support it as well.
Excellent. I'm curious, what separates your company from some of the other companies, your competitors? What separates you or makes you different than any other competitors that's out there?
Great question. In Spring Hill Financial, the main thing within the business lending industry is this. A lot of people, specifically people that look like you and me, they go into a bank, they're trying to get funding, and all of a sudden they get a denial, but the banks do not tell you why you got a denial, right? We don't think that's fair. We don't think that's right. We don't think that's, but they do that to all people, not just to us, right? But it's just really, really bad when you think you have the perfect profile, you think you have great credit, and they're not telling you exactly what is going on, because there are a couple of things that they are pulling to be able to get you access to financing that you don't know about. Well, that's where my job comes in. I'm learning more about the industry every day, so I can be able to tell you why your profile is not getting the funding that it needs. And things are always changing, because even today, right now, the financial industry is, the restrictions are becoming much stronger now because of the economy, right? So I have to stay on top of my game so I can be able to relay the information to you and to anybody else that are in need of any type of financing, mortgage, business loan, or whatever. So you'll know what your credit profile needs to look like to be able to get access and get approved for that funding.
Outstanding. And can you share with me, Brian, some success stories or examples of clients that you've assisted in securing loans or improving their credit and the positive impact it had on them?
Absolutely. Two recent clients. One was Devin. Won't say the last name. Okay. Devin actually, man, she was in our program for like 9 months. So I'm going to let everybody know that it's not a cookie cutter type situation with fixing people's credit, because people are going to ask questions about, well, how long does it take? Well, it depends. Every house is different. You know, every car is different. That means every credit report is different, right? So basically, we all got to hold hands. Us meaning that the creditors, you, me, as well as the credit bureaus, we all got to be holding hands when that curtain goes up. We all got to be singing in harmony. Sometimes it does not work like that, right? Right. So with Devin, we removed 65 items from her credit report, negative items from her credit report. Wow. She had a lot of stuff, right? But she was able to get approved for a home in Mullica Hill back in April. So that's a great success story. Number two is Adrian. Adrian lives in North Jersey, and she had about a 620 credit score. She had about 2 or 3 items to remove, and it took about a couple of months. So that was one of our shorter clients that was in the program. We were able to get her a $319K SBA loan for her business. So yes. Yeah, awesome. Now, I also want to say this too, because a lot of people just talk about their successes, right? So what about the other side? Are there clients that they're not successful? Yes, a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit here and say that it's going to work for everybody. I'm going to be like, oh, it's everybody's 100% fix their credit. Sometimes things just does not get fixed. I'm just going to be honest with you, right? We're very good at what we do because of how we work. We work from the standpoint of, if we get it off, that's the only time we get paid, right? So that means that there's a sense of urgency to be able to get that item off the credit report. Normally when I'm talking to people over the phone, they just hear my voice. So you see me, Donnell. I am 6'7", I am 260 pounds, no lie, right? I tell my clients, like, the reason why I'm telling you this is because if I don't get items off your credit report, then I don't eat. And I love to eat.
Great point. Great point. And I see that's the motivation, to just not only help clients, but this is your livelihood as well. That's at stake, right? So, when the clients win, you win and your company wins, right? That's
the way it's supposed to be. You walk into a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? You eat first and then you pay, right? Why not have the same type of effect or process in credit repair where all these other companies are asking for all this money up front, or they're putting you on this wheel every month. I'm paying $99 a month, but you don't even know what they're doing with your credit.
That's true.
With us, we have a sense of urgency to get your credit fixed, or we don't get paid.
Awesome. Can you explain to me and to our audience any community outreach or initiatives you're involved in to further support Black-owned businesses and individuals in the community?
Sure. Similar to how you reached out to me and we're connected. I do some similar type of seminars with other individuals that are in our community. With respect to me connecting with other business owners that look like you and me, my whole crew with respect to my accountant, my mortgage rep, my realtor, my marketer, because of the synergies of what we have in our businesses, because we're sharing clients. That's how we are scaling up our business, helping to scale up our business outside of doing social media marketing. So that's how I connect with our community, to make sure that I am connected with people that are doing great things, that are of excellence, and I hope that I can share that same effort with them as well, and so we can continue to grow in our businesses.
Yeah, absolutely. One tip that you can give to our audience in relating to how to improve or take steps towards improving our credit report, what would be maybe one solid advice you would give to them on how to achieve that?
Great question. I would say first, you have to get access to your personal credit, and Credit Karma is decent, but they use a different scoring model for their algorithm that is not FICO. When you see your scores in getting an auto or mortgage or even a student loan or even a business loan, right? So gain access to your credit and basically your credit reports, and learn how to go through every data item to make sure that, hey, is that your item? Because a number of my clients, they run through issues of, hey, that's not my item. I don't even understand where they come. Well, obviously somebody gain access to your credit to pop that item on your credit report. So you got to understand what is on your credit report. Is that data item yours? And just monitor it periodically, so nothing will just pop up and you're like, I'm ready to buy a car, I'm ready to get a house, and all of a sudden I can't get it now because I have these items on my credit report.
Yeah, makes sense. And last question. What advice would you give to those who may be aspiring to pursue a career as a business loan broker and or a credit repair specialist?
I would say number one, YouTube University. Get free education. Everybody, there's a lot of great content creators in whatever field that you want to go into. That's number one. Get as much free education as you possibly can. And then when you see that this lane right here I want to go into, those content creators, they may even have a program where you can invest some money into so you can become more of an advanced level in that lane. That's number two. Number three, never be afraid to go into masterminds. That is exactly where you're really going to blow up. A lot of people are afraid of masterminds because they cost a lot of money. I'm gonna give you an example. I was working in a credit repair mastermind, right? And the individual that is over the mastermind, he was a young kid. Now I'm 48. The kid, I'm saying he's a kid, he's not a kid. He's 26 years old.
Okay.
But I need to learn some information from him, right? Because he knew a whole lot of things. So he said, Brian, I paid $15,000 to go to this one seminar in New York. He said, I did not get anything out of that seminar but one thing. I said, what was that? He said, well, one speaker got up and he mentioned this particular book. He said, I got the book. It actually helped me to 2X my business out of everything at that seminar. He said, so it was well worth me spending that $15K to do that. So sometimes it's an investment. You can't look at it as an expense. It's an investment. And a lot of times too, when it comes to masterminds, I got to say this too. You got to forgive me on this.
That's okay.
I'm really big on masterminds because a lot of people are like, well, I never got anything out of it. Just wait. There's going to be something later on down the line that you're going to remember going through that mastermind that's going to help you out in your business later on down the line. But it's the connections as well. The connections is kind of like going to a Yale University or going to Harvard. You don't go there because of just the education. You go there because of the connections. The masterminds have the connections. So never be afraid to invest even more into yourself if you are serious about going into that particular lane.
Great advice. Great words of wisdom. Thank you for sharing that. For those who might be interested in looking for a loan officer or, a credit repair specialist, how can they get in contact with you?
Sure. Spring Hill Credit Solutions. My number is 201-243-4063. My email address is ceo@springhill, same number with respect to Spring Hill Financial Solutions, 201-243-4063. And the email address for that is Brian, BRIAN, @springhill, HILL, financial.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Brian. And for those who may or may not know, we're actually having a seminar November 18th, which is on a Saturday, at the Willingboro Library from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Brian is going to be our guest speaker. And if you would like to learn more about tips and strategies that can help you with your credit or just information that you want to share with family members and friends who can benefit from his services, please attend that workshop. Again, that's going to be at the Willingboro Library, November 18th at 1 o'clock. Hope to see you there. Thank you so much there, Brian, for all the things that you shared. I'm looking forward to hearing more on the 18th. And if you want to see this interview, you can actually go to our website, which is pbskus.net. Again, that's pbskus.net. Thank you so much. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Daniel, for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
See you soon. Absolutely. Take care.